we would just ask that we be informed of when it's being used and so forth. We have been approached previously about like people, just private individuals using it, and we're not really keen on that idea because you can't really properly vet somebody, and you have to be worried about damage and that kind of thing. So I'll be happy to take any questions, and I don't know if it's on your agenda for tonight, but if it's on any future agenda, I'll be happy to be here to talk about it.
I don't see it on the agenda.
Okay.
That is not. I believe those are discussions that we've had with Marty in the past before he passed. So I know there was talks about us, the borough, looking into acquiring a food trailer, and that was one of the options.
Yeah. So we received a grant for a hotel tax grant to run movies in the park this summer, and part of that grant was for the purchase of some type of stand or building a stand. We had thought that, we talked with one of the members of Exchange Club and they were open to the idea. So then Marty took us out to look for it, look at it, and then we discussed about whether or not rent it or purchase it. And we heard back a little bit ago, and that was kind of the update. And then we heard. So then we started looking at other avenues because we're still kind of exploring different options. So we're not 100% positive what we want to do yet.
Okay.
But obviously, we will be in touch depending on the avenue we would like to go with.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
But I appreciate you guys even considering.
Oh, absolutely. And you've seen it. You know it's in fantastic shape.
You guys did a wonderful job with updating it.
Yeah.
You really did. It really looks beautiful. It really does.
Yep. Did they explain the electrical in it? Because
Yes. Yes, they did.
Yeah, it's quite substantial.
It is. It looks phenomenal. You guys did such a wonderful job with it. So, and then again, thank you for even bringing it to the board and considering it.
Okay. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jerry.
Yep.
Second item, you spoke to Marty, and unfortunately, he's no longer with us. It's a great loss to the borough and to the Exchange Club. The Exchange Club are interested in naming the band shell in his honor. Most people know of his, photography, his professional involvement in the borough and the school, and he was a longtime member of the club. What you may not know is he was like a cornerstone of the Community Days Fair for about 40 years, to such an extent that he would often be there after midnight while the fair was in operation. So we felt it would be an appropriate recognition to name the band shell after him. And we have, there's a proposal in the letter. Doesn't necessarily have the exact wording of what we'd be interested in doing. We'd like to discuss that. And the second item on that letter is for the Exchange Club to sponsor a bench in the park with a plaque in his memory.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Good evening, Borough. I want to make a complaint on my street. Excuse me? Everybody knows me, Dave Okanya. I want to make a complaint on my street. When we first moved there, I think it's between 309 and like 313. There's like a somewhat of a pothole, but it goes from the sidewalk all the way into the middle of the street. When we first moved there, wasn't too bad, but it was there. Now it seems like it's sinking, and cars are, like dipping down and going across.
Is this in Bendelow? I'm sorry.
No, on Kings Barnes.
On Kings Barnes?
Kings Barnes Lane. Towards like the north end of it, closer to, what's that, Bull's Head? Right over there. And now it seems like it could be a sinkhole in the future. I'm not 100% sure. I know it's not your typical pothole where it's just a circle. It's going from the sidewalk all the way about almost 3/4 into the street. and it's like a whole strip, so. Just wanted to see if somebody could come out and take a look at that.
Those roads aren't turned over to the borough yet,
Yes,
but we
K
can,
builders.
take a drive by and take a look at it. If it's something that we can address with the developer out there, we can try that.
Okay. That's it, thanks.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Todd Fritz. I'm from Northampton Ridge. We're still having bullets land into our neighborhood. We've had a couple incidents recently, one near a swing again, about 2 days ago. Principal of one of the schools here, he just found one this morning in his yard, and another neighbor, it shattered his siding. So I'm here to inform you guys that it's still happening.
And what's your address, sir?
101 Jeffrey Lane.
One what?
101 Jeffrey Lane.
Okay.
I know this has been an
Did you make a
ongoing
police
issue.
report?
I'm pretty sure they have. I know Jamie has been in contact with you. I'm sure one of them was hers, again,
Okay.
with her little child swing, literally a foot away from her swing.
Thank you.
So I just want to keep this going, even if we have to keep on showing up every Thursday, because it seems to be happening
Thank you,
constantly.
sir.
And whether it's coming from Borough or the tri-borough or not, we don't know, but it's coming from somewhere.
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Good evening, Council. My name is Eugene Zareko, 688 East 20th. I'm here to petition you if you could kindly find spots to park like a trailer. I was parking out back for many years, and that spot is no longer available. I mean, I'm a lifelong member of the borough. I was a volunteer for over 30 years. I worked for the borough for over 20, and I'm getting near the end of my career, and there's nowhere to park. I mean, I know the borough owns a little tract of land on the far side of the skate park. What would be the possibility of clearing that and stoning it? I'm sure if you look, there's a lot of truck drivers in this town. It's, you know, a pretty big trade. Even though nobody likes us anymore. I mean, there was a time we were essential during COVID. Everybody loved us. So I don't know what you can do, what you can't do, but I figured I'd come here and petition you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Moving on to President's report, I have nothing. Mayor's report,
Thank you. I had the privilege and distinction of attending Tuesday's 30th anniversary of the Lehigh Valley Economic Development Corporation's gala and annual meeting at Steel Stacks, where over 900 businessmen and women from across the Lehigh Valley attended in a pretty nice star-studded event as far as speakers are concerned. We had the Department of Economic Development Secretary Rick Sager. I had a chance to speak with him and invite him to come to our Atlas Museum and join us for lunch here one day and see all the fun things we're doing here in Northampton economically to help this fine town grow. And he agreed that he would check his schedule, and I already followed up, and we're looking to get him into town here and visit us. So it was a very enjoyable day. I'm down 49 business cards from just talking to people I haven't seen in a while, and I want to give a shout out to Don Cunningham and my long lost friend Jamie Whalen, who's the chief of staff there, who has been with me in economic development throughout the years in the Chamber of Commerce also. So it was a very well done event for a 30th anniversary, well attended, and they really deserve the spotlight they get as they are a crucial hub to bringing business into the Lehigh Valley. So now we need them to get up here into Northampton and help with some of our initiatives. Secondly, I just want to send out the notice again that with the overwhelming requests for banners from March 31st to April 21st, that's a Friday to a Monday to a Monday, we will open up the last time again for Hometown Heroes banners. We have a lot of requests. I have a lot of follow-ups to do with them. Bring your picture and application to the office. I will be here helping out through those weeks, and hopefully we can get this everyone happy with their requests and continue to honor our fine soldiers male and female, who have served this borough and this country so well. So that's all I have right now. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Solicitor's report, Attorney Stewart.
Yes, thank you. Mr. Lichtenwellner was here 2 weeks ago with his Boy Scout troop, and I saw him at the courthouse today, where we both run into each other on occasion, and I know we have some more Boy Scouts out there this evening, so we're happy to have them.
Yeah, we are.
End of report?
Thank you. Moving on to reports from committees, we'll start with admin and finance. Mr. Hall.
Thank you. There were 116 live stream views on the March 6th council meeting. As of Friday, March 15, 2025, we received $1,075,264.07 in garbage payments. End of report.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Building, Land, and Recreation, Ms. Haldeman.
Thank you. The annual Easter egg hunt will be held on Saturday, April 12th at 11 a.m. in Municipal Park. The rain date is Sunday, April 13th at 1 p.m. Park bathrooms will officially be open to the public on Tuesday, April 1st. The merry-go-round at the Alliance Playground has been repaired and is ready to use. Both the merry-go-round and the seesaw have a brand-new coat of paint. On Friday, March 21st, the electrical panel at the Borough Skate Park will be fixed. End of report.
Thank you. Code and Police, Mr. Stone.
Yes, thank you. On Tuesday, April 1st, police will begin ticketing for parking in posted street cleaning locations throughout the borough. Please make sure your car is not parked in an area that is stated as stated on the signs. Meetings continue for new zoning ordinances with River Central Committee. We anticipate receiving a first draft next month for review. We also received the Northampton Police Department monthly report, and we had 568 dispatches, 131 incident reports filed, and 16 accident investigations completed. End of report.
Thank you. Fire and Health, Mr. Donahue.
Thank you. The annual purse bingo will be held on Sunday, March 30th. Doors open 11 a.m. Bingo starts at 12:30 p.m. The Board of Health meeting for the month of March will be held on Tuesday, March 25th at 7 p.m. End of report.
Thank you. Public Works and Sewer, Mr. Knopf.
Thank you. On Friday, March 14th, a 30-foot box culvert collapsed at 329 and Main Street. We are working with the state to coordinate a plan to fix the damage. According to state law, it is the borough's responsibility to maintain storm and water piping in state roads. Work should be started in a couple of weeks once the material is fabricated. The repairs will mostly likely take a few weeks. A new pipe and 2 new catch basins have been installed on Coventry Court. The ground needs to settle for about a month before covering the area with blacktop. End of report.
Thank you, Mr. Knopf. Moving on to unfinished business. There is none. Under new business, Resolution 625.
A resolution of the Borough of Northampton, County of Northampton, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, authorizing grant application, livable landscapes. The resolution will allow the borough to apply for a $100,000 grant for the new playground at 4th Street. It would require a commitment and a $50,000 match.
I make a motion.
Motion to approve Resolution 625.
Second.
Made by Ms. Haldeman. Second,
Second.
Mr. Stone. Any questions?
I do. This is for 2025 or? by
It would
20
start, and it has to be used by the end of 2027.
20, and we have the $50,000 to match this
Yes.
at this point. And this will be combined with
With the
the
other.
grouping that we have working with the Cindy Miles Foundation.
Correct.
To continue to support this
Yes.
program, of which there's many things constantly being talked about to our community to know that this is really gonna enhance our playground. Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Consider bid for general mechanical work.
Work to be completed on the Stewart Street pump station required bids to be submitted on pen bid. The bid specifications were created by Gilmore and Associates, who also collected all the bids. On Thursday, March 13th, 2025, a total of 4 bids were received for the general/mechanical work to be completed on the Stewart Street pump station. The low bidder is Durstein Company LLC from Souderton, Pennsylvania, with a total bid of $433,500.
Do I have a motion to approve Durstein Company for this project?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve by Mr. Stone,
Second.
second by Ms. Haldeman. Any questions?
Were they all bidding on the same scope?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Curious.
Yeah.
Any other questions? All those in favor? Opposed? The ayes have it. Consider bid for electrical HVAC.
Work to be completed on the Stewart Street pump station required bids to be submitted on pen bid. The bid specifications were created by Gilmore and Associates, who also collected all of the bids. On Thursday, March 13th, 2025, a total of 4 bids were received for the electrical/HVAC work to be completed on the Stewart Street pump station. The low bidder is GS Developers Incorporated from Doylestown, Pennsylvania, with a total bid of $139,730. GS Developers completed the same work on the 21st Street pump station.
Do I have a motion to approve GS Developers to complete the work on Stewart Street Pump Station?
Motion.
Motion made by Mr. Hall. Do I have a second?
Second.
By Mr. Knopf. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Consider resignation request.
On Monday, March 10th, 2025, the Borough was in receipt of a resignation request from our bookkeeper and treasurer, David Strain. His last day of employment with the Borough will be Friday, March 21st, 2025.
Do I have a motion to accept the resignation of Mr. Strain?
Motion to accept.
By Mr. Stone, have a motion. Do I get a second?
Second.
By Ms. Haldeman. Any other questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Consider sale of Borough van.
The Borough is interested in selling the administration office's van to the Northampton Food Bank for $1. The sale will allow the food bank the ability to travel with more supplies to all their different destinations. The food bank understands that they will be responsible for all further inspections and any work that would need to be completed on the vehicle.
Do we have a motion to approve the sale of the Borough van?
Make a motion.
By Mr. Knopf,
Second.
second by Mr. Hall. Any questions?
Yeah.
That's good.
So, I know we do these type of things, but this is the van that's sitting, the old, what? How old is it?
Pretty.
I want to say 90s,
Yeah, it's
95,
pretty
96,
old.
something like that.
And the mileage that's on it is pretty significant at this point, so they know they're not getting it.
Yeah, although they were the ones that they reached out to us and asked if they could ever, if we would ever, and we got the police department graciously gave one of their older vehicles to the admin office, and the van we knew we didn't really need anymore, and we were looking to replace it anyway.
So my chariot though, for the parade is gone to me now?
Well, we now have another SUV that we can use.
Well, I believe we have another plan in place, but I will be
Trailer.
holding that's correct.
Oh, yes, that trailer.
Anyway, but yes,
Yes.
okay.
I apologize.
How can you forget that, Brian?
Yeah,
You know,
seriously.
sometimes,
My chariot shall await.
okay, I forgot
Okay,
about
so
that, with Throne.
I just wanted to assure that it was the van that was out. for
Yes,
sale.
it's the silver one right at the edge of the park.
Okay.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Consider request for handicap parking space.
This is the request that was tabled last month that we are now putting on the agenda. A resident in the area of the 300 block of Howardtown Road is requesting a handicapped parking space. Chief Kadingo recommends rejection of the request.
Do I have a motion to reject this handicap spot?
I have a question for,
It's gotta go to
No, it
a,
has
it's
to
gotta
go
go
to
to
a
a
motion.
motion first. It's gotta,
It has to go to a motion.
okay.
We don't have a motion. This has failed. How do we go from here?
someone else can make a different motion.
You can make a
No
different.
motion's been made, so.
a
Right, no
motion.
motion's been made.
Pardon?
No motion, you asked for a motion, no motion has
No
been
motion
made,
was
so a
made.
motion.
Motion to reject was your,
Yeah, you said,
It was
you said,
motion to reject what was on the agenda. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion.
Motion to approve by
to approve the handicap.
the
parking.
handicap parking spot,
Yeah.
made by Mr. Donahue. Do I have a second? To approve,
Second.
by Mr. Canal. Questions? Go ahead, Mr. Canal.
I'm just reading from the paperwork here. The Department of Veterans Affairs were working for your medical letter. Have you received that letter?
Yes. I have a copy of it if you wish to see it.
Okay. That's all I have.
No, we don't need it, sir. You want to see his letter? All those in favor? Or any more questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Opposed.
The ayes have it.
You want to see the letter?
Next, we'll be moving on to consider the appointment to the Board of Health.
Due to the resignation of John Urish in January, there is currently a vacancy on the Board of Health. We have received a letter from one of our residents, Salvatore Zangari, requesting to be appointed to the Board of Health and fill that vacancy.
Do I have a motion to appoint Mr. Sangari to the Board of Health?
I will make that motion.
Motion made by Ms. Haldeman. Do I have a second?
Second.
By Mr. Stone. Questions?
I'm gonna, it's not so much a question, obviously Mr. Zangari isn't here, but I have seen his name on every Board of Health note minute, so I'm going to comment, if I may be indulged, that I appreciate his attendance, Adam, and that's why I'm gonna go in good faith, but it's very important to me when people accept positions on boards that they attend. And that they attend relatively faithfully. So, again, I'm gonna take that in good faith that he always has in the past, just sitting in the audience, that somewhat assures me that he will attend as a attendee on our board. So thank you to Mr. Zangari for offering up his services to the borough.
My question is it a conflict of interest since his wife is president of the board?
Okay.
No, conflict of interest would be someone deriving some kind of personal benefit. It doesn't matter that you have related
Okay.
parties on the same board.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Consider requests for the annual benefit festival and car show.
Becky's Drive-In is requesting use of the band trailer on October 5th, 2025 for their 37th annual Benefit Festival and Car Show. This event benefits Dream Come True of the Blue Ridge chapter. They will be charged a rental fee of $300 per day, a delivery and setup fee of $150, and we are required to provide a certificate of insurance naming the borough as additionally insured.
Do I have a motion to rent the band trailer to Becky's Drive-In?
Motion.
Motion made by Mr. Donahue. Do I have a second?
Second.
By Mr. Stone.
Mr. Hall.
Oh, it's Mr. Hall? Okay. Any questions?
Not a question, but more of a statement. This is one of the better car shows in the Lehigh Valley. Last year they got over 400 cars there.
Wow,
Yeah, so it gets packed.
good.
So,
All goes to dream come true. Very good. Any other questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Consider request of Laury Station Volunteer Fire Company.
Laury Station Volunteer Fire Company is sponsoring Laury Station Community Days on Saturday, September 20th, 2025, from noon to 8 p.m., and has requested the use of our band trailer for the event. They will be charged a rental fee of $300 per day, a delivery and setup fee of $150, and we were required to provide a certificate of insurance naming the borough as additionally insured.
Thank you. Do I have a motion to rent the band trailer to the Laury Station Volunteer Fire Company?
Motion.
By Ms. Haldeman. Do I have a second?
Second.
By Mr. Knopf. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Consider request of the Northampton Liederkranz.
Northampton Liederkranz is requesting to place no parking signs on Siegfried Avenue from 9th Street to Birch Court for the day for their 4th annual bike night on Saturday, July 12th, 2025. The event will go from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Do I have a motion to place the no parking signs on Siegfried Avenue from 9th to Birch for the day?
Make a motion.
By Mr. Knopf.
A second.
And Mr. Hall, second. Questions?
Isn't that something that the police would typically, or could look into? I mean, or is that just something that we automatically do?
In the past, I've always requested from Borough Council to close down the street.
Okay.
The past 4 years, this is the 4th year the Liederkranz doing this same spot, and they came to council for the request.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Consider request of the Vera Cruz Community Association.
Vera Cruz Community Association is requesting the use of the band trailer on Sunday, August 17th, 2025, from noon to 8 p.m. They will be charged a rental fee of $300 per day, a delivery and setup fee of $150, and will be required to provide a certificate of insurance naming the borough as additionally insured.
Do I have a motion to rent the band trailer to Vera Cruz Community Association?
Motion.
Motion made by Ms. Haldeman. Do I have a second?
second.
By Mr. Donahue. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Consider request of the Northampton Regional EMS.
Northampton Regional EMS is requesting to close Canal Street from the Canal Park entrance to 15th Street for Safety Day from 9:30 a.m. to 2:15 p.m. There will be cars having driver evaluations and car seat installations and checks.
Am I missing a date there? What is the date of that?
The letter is, I apologize, the letter is
May 10th.
there you go, May 10th. I knew it was in May sometime.
The date of the event is May 10th. Do I have a motion to honor the request of Northampton Regional EMS road closure?
Make a motion.
Motion made by Mr. Knopf. Do I have a second?
Second.
By Mr. Stone. Any questions?
Yes. I believe when she came in here last time, she talked about car seat evaluations. What's the driver evaluations?
I
mean, are
don't think it actually specifically says.
Seatbelt checks and that kind of thing.
Maybe, I don't want to make an assumption on what it is, so I don't believe it was in the letter. I can take a look real quick.
Well, driver evaluations, like, they allowing?
Yeah, it just says they'll be having driver evaluations and car seat installations and checks.
I'd like to know more about what driver evaluations, I mean, I get car seat checks, I think that's great, but.
I don't know, I don't even want to give a suggestion because I don't want to speak for them and I don't know.
Can we at least follow up?
Yeah,
with it?
absolutely.
What that is?
Yeah, we will, in the letter, I will say that please reach out, council has requested further
Yeah,
description of.
Maria came here last time, I
Right.
just,
Any other questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Consider the request of the Lehigh Valley Hospital Muhlenberg Trauma Program.
Lehigh Valley Hospital Muhlenberg Trauma Program is requesting assistance from fire police in holding the light at 21st and Siegfried and 21st and Main on May 31st for Regroup and Ride. This motorcycle safety event plans to have the ride portion begin at Muhlenberg Hospital at 12:30 p.m. and reach the Borough of Northampton at 1 p.m.
First of all, I have to do question. Motion to provide fire police to Lehigh Valley Trauma Program for traffic control. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion.
By Mr. Canal. Do I need a second?
Second.
By Mr. Stone. Okay. Is fire police okay with this?
She had questioned me before I don't know when they told her to come to the meeting.
Oh,
Previous
okay.
time. So I was aware of it, as long as I had all the people we need to do. I may need police assistance, depending on when it, you never know, but if we're on something, but yeah, we'll be okay.
We okay?
Yeah.
Any other questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Reports from council members, beginning with Mr. Hall.
Thank you. I'm gonna put this out, I'm gonna ask Chief Kunigo, it's the time of the year again, we had a couple nice days. I'm surprised the neighbor from up the street who comes in visiting Station Alley is a highway again. I know he graciously gets people up there or whatever when he gets, but somebody's gonna get hurt in that alley yet. I can agree with him up there on blowing that stop sign, as well as the southern, the more western part down where I live. So, just if we could put a question out there, I know he usually takes care of it when he has available, but the sunny days, the nice days, it's hard for them to sit out in 21st Street and sit and wait in traffic, so, and they just blow through the alley, so. I know it's other areas in town as well, but, you don't find them going to the other, it's not the westbound, or the eastbound as much where they would go the other way, it's always heading down through the lane, so. They get off all the way up at, as early as up by the Something Fishy, and they just shoot it straight down. That's all I got, and the report.
Thank you. Mr. Stone?
Yes, thank you. I just wanted to address the handicap parking spot. David Knopf, is that correct? Councilman Hall had mentioned a few meetings ago that even though the parking spot will be made available in front of your house, it does not guarantee that that spot will be available for you, right? So there's a possibility that somebody else having a handicap placard could take that spot. So I just wanted to make sure that that was addressed. Biddy, so are we obligated to just take the lowest bidder? Is there other criteria that we could use, like safety infractions or anything like that? Like, is there any other criteria that we use besides lowest bidder?
You are obligated to take the lowest responsible bidder, so the responsible portion of that lowest responsible
Okay.
bidder
So we can
allows
vet,
you to
so we
take
can
in,
vet
yes.
these contractors and aren't
Yes.
obligated to just taking the lowest bidder.
Correct.
Okay, all right. That's all I have. End of report.
Thank you. Ms. Holloman?
I wanted to give a shout out to our garbage collection. I'm always thrilled when I see something positive, since those gentlemen tend to get lots more negatives, but I actually was witness to them taking a garbage can and walking it into somebody's yard and returning it to the spot which the neighbor kept it in. It was in my ward. I was up early one morning and witnessed that, and I really was impressed. I mean, there was no tossing, and I know they do it, you can't deny it, but there are times when they do things And, you know, taking the opportunity to say thank you or show that appreciation, I hope goes a long way, because I wouldn't want their job for all the tea in China. I think they've got a tough job. So I really wanted to give them a shout out. I know they probably don't listen, but if next time we're yelling at them about a bill, if you could mention it to them, Megan, I'd really appreciate it.
Perfect time to do that.
Because again, you know, they also remember picked my mother up when she fell in the yard one time. So they have a special place for me. I also wanted to give a shout out to Public Works. I saw them, obviously, I was wondering what they were doing there at the corner of 329 in Maine. And I've only lived here my whole life. But you know,
the north side, the north side.
you can take the north side. But you know, why they struck me is because it just looks so dangerous. The traffic is right there. They were standing right there, and now seeing that the job that I assume they're going to be doing, I hope we can caution the public. I know we put signs up, you know, work coming, you know, ahead, but keep your eye out for those and be aware. We have these young men doing their job, and let's keep them safe. Traffic tends to be a nightmare. I watch those corners get turned so sharply, and we have so much truck traffic there. So I certainly hope that they are safe, because again, they do such a good job in our town all the time. So there's my shout out to Public Works. I also want to thank the police department. I asked them for some assistance with our church this week, and they were very gracious and came up very promptly and responded well. And I got very positive feedback from the church that, again, in my ward. So they were very satisfied. So again, thank you to Chief Kadingo and all of his officers that are doing their good job. And then thanks to the Boy Scouts for coming. I think we got that one young, that tells us a little bit. We should all pay attention when we sleep in. I thought it was, I was gonna blame it on Mr. Stone anyway. It's not my fault.
Probably true.
But the last thing I wanted to do, and I'm gonna be putting Chief Kadingo on the spot here a little bit, because I own the fact that I continue to vote against these handicap parking spots, and it never makes me happy that I do it, because obviously, sir, you look like you would benefit from that, but the letter of the law is what we tend to have to follow, and that's what I've kind of committed myself to doing up here, that if I follow the letter of the law, I'm not picking and choosing favorites. So I have talked to Chief Kadingo about this a few times, and he's expressed, I believe, and I don't want to represent him, that's why I'm calling him out here, but that perhaps we could look at how we look at assessing for handicap parking spots, which could make it, moving forward, because you got your spot even without my vote, and I am glad. But if we could look into that, and Chief, could you speak to everybody here for me to tell, so I don't misrepresent you, please?
Well, as council's aware, the ordinance vests the sole authority in granting or denying a request of council, but it's a small phrase in the ordinance that bases that on the recommendation of the chief of police. Probably it would be better suited, unfortunately, it might require changing the ordinance to, I would be more than happy to provide a report to the entire council and list everything. I don't believe that any one person should have that authority. I think that with 8 people deciding it, there would be valid questions posed by the council persons to address any concerns. And it kind of, it's a negative connotation if there's, even if, you know, my heart says one thing, but the law says another. So that, I mean, that would be a remedy, would be to just change that little language for me to provide a report to you, which I'd be more than happy to do, than rather basing your decision on a recommendation or rejection.
Could we pursue that?
There are certainly things in our ordinance that we could look at revising, and that particular language.
Okay, so we could ask that, we could perhaps moving forward do that, okay, that's wonderful. That's me for the night, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Donahue?
Thank you. Brian, can you have Public Works look at the intersection of 10th and Main? The train tracks there?
Yep.
Looks like somebody bottomed out their car and took a chunk of the macadam out tonight.
Okay.
It's actually between the train tracks. I don't know if that's our issue or Norfolk Southern or
It was taken out of the,
between the rails.
okay.
Somebody came across and between 3 and 5 this afternoon, bottomed out or something. There's a chunk taken out right in the middle.
Okay, I will have, I'm gonna go take a look at it tomorrow.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Canal?
Oh, Northampton Farmers Market opens May 6th, 3 to 6 p.m. every Tuesday. I'd like to thank Mr. Ackerman, Public Works, for taking care of the manhole cover on Stark Street. Also, he reported to me about our flagpole ropes have been vandalized. Mayor Tony, you saw with me last summer and a few times the erratic bicyclists on Canal Street.
Yes, sir.
My suggestion would be bikes be taken away and have their parents report to the police and make sure that they know that their children are doing wrong. Don't endanger us who drive cars. Lots of complaints from neighbors, neighbor residents. E-bikes, mini bikes, electric bikes, and regular pedal bikes should all abide to motor vehicle rules. End the report.
Thank you, sir. Moving on to Mr. Sorensen.
All I just got to say is regards to that 329 storm sewer project. I know the Public Works, they have some experience in storm sewer. They just finished that one up on Coventry, which was probably some good practice for them to move up to the bigger one up there. But I know they'll handle it. And thank Dave Lear also too for he did great having him on board here, getting everything ready for that project. He was sorry,
It's okay.
you can think of something else to talk about. I know him having had a lot of input on that helped out getting just the ball rolling.
His letter was impressive, I wanted to say.
Yeah, and then, I look forward to Tony coming into the office and helping to do the banners, but
He volunteered his office.
if you're gonna sit in my office now, you better be bringing me lunch all the time, okay?
I already worked out something with Megan.
Oh, what the?
Oh, they treated me so
Yeah.
bad. Never brought me lunch.
That's all I got.
Mr. Wasco?
Well, what do I have now? Big news is good for the police department, the detective's office, the new one, the old code enforcement office is all done. Big shout out to Public Works. They have been really getting at that for a few weeks now. Andrew Marsden, Josh Abraham, Jonathan Kunkel, and Colin Gerstenberg, all four of them contributed to that office, putting it down, all new flooring, building closets, redoing the entire walls. Really took a lot of effort and time, and they did a great job with it. Kind of continuing off of Judy's point and Jerry's point, with 329, before I even found out about it, I was in a different room in the building doing something, helping someone, and I came back to my office and all Public Works were spread out across the conference table, all diving into maps, looking at everything, and it just shows that something happened and they were on it like that. And then Dave got involved, and it just speaks wonders to Dave, who we are so lucky that he came on board, that he came in and immediately is tackling stuff like this and reaching out to the state, confirming with the state, talking with them, and figuring everything out. It's gonna take probably a few weeks to a month to even get the permits from the state to do it, and then to get materials made and to even work, and then that's gonna take weeks of just working in general. So, the guys do have their work cut out for them with it, but I have no doubt that they're gonna do a great job, and Dave will help out every way he can. And I give them all the kudos and respect for doing what they do.
I have one more thing then.
Jerry has one more thing.
Yes, I wanted to say, for our current treasurer, David Strain, who's leaving, he's only been here for a little bit.
Come on, Jerry.
Were you gonna say that?
Yes.
You said you were, I thought you were.
I know,
Go
you
ahead.
just said you, no, you
ahead,
go,
no.
no.
I was just gonna say thank you for David for being here for a little bit. You can finish up. I can't believe I forgot.
No,
I didn't want to leave that out.
I didn't forget, Dave.
Okay.
Tomorrow is Dave's last day, and a big thank you for Dave. You had big shoes to fill, and you did a great job filling in those shoes and really expanding. You implemented our whole new payroll system. You sat down and took all that knowledge and put that into good work. So thank you for your time and dedication. and I wish you all the best with all your future endeavors, so thank you.
And I agree with everything Brian just said.
Always had a
He said it.
smile on his face when you came
He
in and
did.
said hello.
Dave was
Yes.
always a
Yes.
big ball of enthusiasm and always was happy.
Yes.
And, yeah,
We'll miss him.
I'm grateful for the
Yes.
time that he gave to this borough.
Yes.
End of my report.
Okay, you sure?
Anything else?
I'm good.
Okay.
You sure?
I think so.
Mayor Tony,
Yes, sir.
do you have anything else to say?
I have nothing else to say, but thank you for asking.
Thank you. Attorney Stewart, did you analyze all of this material and are we okay?
We are more
We
than
are
okay.
okay.
I look forward to working with council and, you know,
We're
Councilwoman
okay.
Haldeman, if you want to take up the mantle of working on the handicapped parking ordinance, we can get that updated.
Absolutely. If you are going to teach me, I am willing to learn. Yes.
Thank you.
Nothing further.
Okay, let's see, I need a motion by a council member and a second to pay the bills. A motion to pay the bills.
Motion.
Motion made by Mr. Stone. Do I have a second?
Second.
Woo-hoo, who got it?
You got it.
Mr. Canal. Any questions?
I
She put her
can't
paperwork away.
find- I did. There was only one and it wasn't
Okay.
anything pressing.
Anybody else have any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Need a motion by a council member and a second to adjourn the meeting.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Donahue. Who's the second by? Second
I believe I heard
by
Mr.
Mr.
Hall.
Hawk. Meeting adjourned. Okay.
Fine.
Mr. Wasco.
Mr. Donahue.
Yeah, only if you
Off the
declare